Hi YouTube. Today, very interesting thing that for beginner like you and me. Now, sometimes we blind for fixing car because we don't have a background of diagnose and know about our car at all. Now, this is something that you at home should know. Okay, I recommend it. I know that our car have some car they have like battery meter, some car that they don't. So buy one of the cheap Bluetooth transmitter. Anytime you start it, always show how much battery you have or charging. If you don't put one of this in your car, it's okay. Buy one of this digital light tester. Why? To save you some money, this is a light tester, right? But it's a digital. It can read how many volt that your battery is running. And on this right here, it doesn't blow your fuse or anything. Even though you touch negative to negative, positive to negative, it doesn't do anything. And this is very safe. Now, the reason I recommend something like this is everybody know how to read number. So you know the battery by itself is produce 12 volt, you know, or more. I would say 12.4, 2.6 is like a good battery. Anything above 12 is good battery to start. Now you see this is car here, new battery, right? Okay. The reason buy new battery because you cannot start. Now when you cannot start, we automatically know that okay, battery is the one cranking the starter. So we don't know that maybe the battery is good but alternator is bad. And alternator is bad, so the whole car been driving and drain all the juice from the battery, right? So now the battery is empty. And then when you take to auto part or take to anybody else, they will say battery is bad because they don't want to charge for you. They just sell you the battery to get money. So that is, you have a good battery but you lost it and you pay additional money for it. But if you have a light tester, start your car and test it to see how many volt that have. Normally it should produce more than 13.5 to 14 plus is strong. But normally at idle, it should run in about, I would say 13.5, 6, 7, some is 9, you know. And anything above 13 is good charging, okay. So I will show you. And this is 2012 Corolla, okay. Okay, in the old, you can check here that, I'm not sure my camera can see it. This is alternator is doesn't charge anything. It's only 12.2. That means straight for the battery. It's not charging. Okay. If a charge should be about 13 plus to 14. Now anytime that in this point here, if you run your battery down, then you cannot test it. You put a new battery, you know, like I tell a lot of people in the past that disconnect your battery, the car will die, right? And some people say, oh, it doesn't die a new car. No, that's not true. Because your car running out of, without the battery, running straight from the alternator, okay? So at this point here, there's no charging. So when you cannot get charged, you drain your battery, Then when your battery done, you cannot start it. Then you say, well, either the starter is not good or the battery is not good, which is battery is drained by the whole car. And then of course you cannot start it even though your starter is good. In the old day, our cars are manual. You can put in neutral and then push until you hit about 3-4 miles per hour. Then you can put your first gear on it and release the clutch and you start without battery. But now they are automatic. You can't do that no more. Okay, so in this case here, you can see that this is a brand new battery because you're blindfold fixing your car and you waste your money on a battery like this. Minimum paying about 150 plus at auto part, you know, some probably more. This is a 640 cold cranking amp, you know, CCA. So it should be around 150, $180, and you waste it because you don't know, you don't have this, or you don't have this, and then you blindfold throw away your battery money, and then you're still not fixing the problem, you know. Okay, so this little tip here hopefully will helping you save yourself some money. Buy one of this like a coffee cup, and you can test it later when you have it. How do you test it? If the battery gone, then you jump it. You can start, then okay. Then use one of this to test to see your alternator is charging. Okay? So let's do the alternator work besides talking here. So I know for sure the alternator, so I would disconnect my battery first. So disconnect the ground side. Why? You know, something like this, you may not touch metal, but on ground side, you touch any metal here, there, it won't pop your fuse, it won't explode, it don't create spark. So now it's a safe, so I'm going to take this cover out, just pop this. Mostly car have a cover which just clip on, and on this right here you have the serpentine belt. I like this idea here because they have this tensioner and you don't have to be struggle with the serpentine belt, so very easy to do it. Okay, in this right here, disconnect your battery, the positive wire right here. Okay, pop this. And you have a 10 millimeter down here. You can use an electric jerk like me, or you can use it manually. If you don't have a, normally you work at home, you probably don't have it. You can use anything to open this right here. It's not a big deal. And then detach the power plug right here. It's on the side here. You just clip on that. Okay, hopefully you can see it. Clip on this and open and pop out. And then down here you have a 10 millimeter bolt in the bottom here. So you can take this clip out or just take the whole thing, the bottom, the bolt. I prefer to take the bolt because you need the clip later on the other alternator too, because the alternator don't have it. This is 12. That should be long enough. If you want to take him out, it's easy. So just take him out. It's just all out of the way. Okay. And then the bottom down here, there's another one which is, I believe it's number 12 also. See down here, the bottom here. See right there. Okay, now it's loose. I will using my power drill. If you have pry bar like this, using pry bar, don't be afraid that you will damage the alternator, because this alternator is useless anyway, and that is just core charge for the auto part, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, see that? Easy. Apology for me, my battery ran out, and the whole time I think that I was recording and to put the alternator back, but hey, sorry. I already put everything back and checked the GoPro. There's no recording, and check the battery. The battery's gone. I don't know when, but you know, I'm not sure how much I can record it on that. But just reverse from what you taking out. Got new build and got this tensioning already and ready to go. I just need to connect the battery and check to see how much volt that this alternator produce. Okay. Alright, let me go crank to see how good it is. So now it's hopefully you can see it, 13.8, 13.9. So it's a good charging. Okay, one other thing that I would recommend it when you buy alternator and starter. If you buy that from auto part, that not from the OEM manufacturer one, such as this is Toyota, and you don't buy the alternator from the Toyota. Many times I bought it from auto part, they fail after you install it. So I mean the alternator and starter, when they rebuilt or new, and they put, you know, no quality time in there, and they did a crappy job, and sometimes you put in there like this one, easy, I can change this like 100 in a day, whatever, I don't mind. But something like harder car that I have to taking down a lot of stuff to go to the alternator. You know, some car had to take the radio support radiator to be able to get to that alternator, something like that. Always test your alternator first, or starter, whatever. You know, some starter like the Honda one, so difficult to get it. Always test it. When you test it, it takes only a second, but when you put in there, it takes hours and hours. So make sure you test before you install. Okay, so today I would like to thank for all the subscribe and people like you click on my video and watch. Don't forget to help me subscribe. I need your help, your support. You know, if you don't help, you don't support my channel, sometimes I feel like nobody watching my video. Should I do it? You know, if you watch, you subscribe, you comment, you share my video, and I feel like I have a Superman boot, my powers up, and I want to do every single video that I touch on the car. Okay, alright, thank you for watching. See you guys next video. Bye bye now.